This is a story about Mavis the pony. Mavis the pony and the Sniffles, to be precise. Mavis lives in fluffy gardens, a wonderful place to live. Our story begins with the Sniffles. Mavis the pony just wasn't feeling quite right. Her nose was running, for one thing, and her eyes were all watery. And every now and again, she would sneeze a big sneeze. Achoo! Yes, Mavis the pony had the sniffles. That morning, Wee Reg the puppy and the small green thing called to Mavis to see if she'd like to come out and play. "Oh, I'd love to," said Mavis. "But something is not quite right with my nose." Wee Reg couldn't quite make out what Mavis was saying. "Are you feeling okay?" he asked, a little concerned. "I don't think so," said Mavis. And then she sneezed. Wee Reg knew what was wrong. "You have the sniffles," he said. "Well, you better not come out then. Take care of yourself. Perhaps you should go to see the doctor," he suggested. Wee Reg and the small green thing went on their way, and Mavis the pony stood in her kitchen, wondering what to do. She didn't feel very well at all. In fact, it was possible she was getting worse. But she didn't want to go to the doctor. She had never met him, and he might not be very nice. He might not be nice at all. Mavis began to worry. That day, she paced up and down her kitchen, worrying. She worried about being sick. She worried about never getting better. And she worried about going to see the doctor, who she didn't know and might not be very nice. And the more she worried, the more things she found to worry about. For example, what if the doctor said that her little yellow bow was making her sick, and he had to take it from her? She loved that yellow bow and couldn't bear to be without it. What if the doctor said that her nose would never be better, and she'd have to get a new one like Camille the crocodile's? What if the doctor told her she would make everyone else sick, and she would have to move away to a small island where she would live all alone and have nothing to eat but coconuts?
En busca de colecciones de figuras, juguetes de colección y más, Legacy Comics tiene todas las figuras de colección de tu personaje favorito. Juegos, postcards, figuras de acción coleccionable, suscripción online. Visítanos en 5901 McPherson, Suite 2B. Llámanos al 956-723-4420. 723-4420. Artículos coleccionables Legacy Comics.
¿Buscas dónde realizar tu peinado? Beauty Salon. Contamos con estilistas profesionales con los últimos estilos, su cabello a su manera, especialistas en maquillaje, tendencias y técnicas innovadoras. Visítenos en Beauty Salon. Beauty Salon.
Hola Laredo, bienvenidos a Zapata Artist Center. Como bien sabes, ya llegó la temporada del Income Tax y yo te quiero una probadita de lo que tú te puedes llevar.
Todos califican, financiamos en casa, su trabajo es su crédito. Compre aquí, pague aquí. Diariamente nuevo inventario, no crédito, no problema.
Y eso no es nada, porque recuerda que en Zapata Artist Center no andas zapata, andas en carro.
Voy a arrancar.
¿Necesitas carga legal y dimensionada? Aquí está Martel Trucking. Somos la única línea que manejamos tus embarques desde México y a todo Texas. Además contamos con Score Service para tus cargas con dimensión. Estamos ubicados en 1902 West Calton Road. Llámanos al 956-726-6025. 726-6025. Los mejores precios y el mejor servicio los tiene Martel Trucking.
Las garrafas snack te ofrece ricas y sabrosas nieves, chicharrones y tostadas con cueritos preparadas, bien deliciosas. Ven y conoce las jicaletas, mangoletas y piñaletas. Y no puede faltar clamatos preparados, aguas frescas, rusas y sodas mexicanas. ¿Dónde más? En las garrafas snack.
901 Clark Boulevard, esquina con Tilden, Laredo, Texas.
¿Necesitas parabrisas para tu carro? Betos Whistle tiene parabrisas para todo tipo de auto troca. Y por si no puedes venir, nosotros vamos, porque contamos con servicio a domicilio. Solo llámanos 956-763-4572
763-4572
o visítanos en 1606 San Bernardo, Laredo, Texas. No lo olvides, somos Betos Whistle.
Not even a hay sandwich. And it was then that her tummy began to feel ill. Poor Mavis was feeling much worse. She started to panic. Feeling there wasn't enough room to panic indoors, she decided to panic outside instead. And by that time, it was raining. She ran around her garden worrying and panicking. By the time she stopped, she was exhausted, feeling terrible, and was very wet. And that's when we Rich the puppy called at Mavis's house to see how she was feeling. He was shocked when he saw Mavis standing in her garden, wet and miserable. "Oh, you poor thing," he said, and brought her inside. As Mavis drank some hot chocolate, she told wee Reg all about how she hadn't gone to the doctor, and about all the things she was worried about, and about how now her tummy felt so ill. "Oh, Mavis," he exclaimed. "Your tummy feels unwell because you have worried yourself sick." Wee Reg felt terrible for not staying with his friend earlier that day. So that night, he stayed Mavis the pony and took very good care of her. She stayed in bed, and he made sure she had everything she wanted. He made her a lovely dinner, mostly hay, and brought her some comics to read. And when it was time to sleep, he read her a lovely story about a pony princess. The next day, wee Reg took Mavis to see the doctor. Mavis was very worried and a little frightened because she had imagined such awful things. But her friend was with her, and that made her feel a little better. When it was time to see the doctor, the penguin nurse brought them into his room. The penguin doctor smiled. He wasn't just nice. He was positively lovely. He even gave Mavis a lollipop and some stickers. After listening with his stethoscope, taking her temperature, looking in her ears, and even taking her blood pressure, he was ready to make his diagnosis. "You have," he declared, "the sniffles." He told Mavis that the best thing she could do would be to go home and spend some time in bed. She would be better in no time. "Is that it?" said Mavis. "Oh, one more thing," he said. "Try not to worry."